Today we're going to talk about a topic that's actually very easy to do is automating Outlook using unique IDs. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, a unique ID can be a number of things, but usually it includes either all numerics, maybe square brackets. For example, this would be considered a unique ID. What makes it unique is that it's going to be difficult on the internet or anywhere you do a search to find this combination. Whereas if I were to use SBS by itself, now that wouldn't be as unique. Or if I used any one of these by themselves, I would find multiple hits. What I want to do is create easily in a repeatable manner some form of a unique ID that I can attach to things like emails, files, and in this case, Outlook rules. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. This is going to be a very simple tutorial, a beginner's guide on setting up Outlook rules, and we're going to walk through it together. So I'm going to do it and then you can do it. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to use a document here as well. We're going to look at we're going to actually do it within Outlook. Now I've opened up Outlook here on my desktop, so you'll want to open up your Outlook. Now where these things are a little bit different on the version of Outlook that you're using. So you may have to find this rules section, but let's go ahead and get started here with the intent of this book is that you can use just the pictures to explain what needs to happen, and we're going to try to do that today. So here I'm right clicking on an email message, I'm clicking on rules, and I'm going to manage rules, and I'm going to add a new rule. So let's see what that looks like. If I right click on this message, go to rules, manage or create rules, I can do that here. Also, I believe, if I remember right, you can click on here and rules is here as well. So you'll just want to kind of play with it and see where the rules are for your environment. All right. So whichever Outlook, if you're using Outlook web client or the full client, but either way, we want to get to the rules, and we're going to select manage rules. We could select create rules, but we're not going to. We're going to do manage rules. So let's go back to our document and make sure we're all caught up. So remember, you can pause the video and then just look at these steps. So I put these steps in screenshots for you to make it a lot easier for you. So here I right clicked here, number one. I clicked on rules and I hit manage rules. And then I'm here in the settings area, mail rules, and I'm going to click on add a new rule. So there we're at right there. Rules, manage rules, add a new rule. Now here I'm going to put in what that rule is. So we're going to just say YC24. Now this is just the name of the rule. It can be anything because it has absolutely nothing to do with the way the rule performs within the environment. But a lot of times I like to associate it with what I'm actually using the rule for. Okay, so here we're just going to say, hey, if the subject includes, so I clicked on here, right here, and I said, if it includes, I'm going to type in this again, YC24. If it includes that text, okay, now I can put other things in here as well. I'm just doing it on this one thread. So that means anytime I send out an email message, I'm going to put on there YC24 so that when it comes back, it automatically feeds into that directory. Okay, so let's go ahead and catch up on our document here. So here, we're right here. We just clicked here on and added the name. Here I put it as YC24 email. I clicked on the down arrow and I clicked on the subject includes, and then I typed in right there, number one, YC24. Now I'm moving on to the next topic here in the same screenshot. So I'm going to add my second action. So this is the condition, and a condition means that it is what the condition is for the rule to run, for the action to run. So this is the condition for the action. And in this case, the condition is that the subject includes YC24. And as we saw on here. We have to go back to it every time. As we saw on here, there's a lot of conditions that you can select from. Do you see that? Attachment size, receive, before and after. Lots and lots and lots of conditions you can do. We happen to do this one and then did YC24. And now we're going to select the action. So what do I want to do with that? Now, notice here, I could actually forward it to somebody, redirect it, meaning that it would never stay in my inbox. It'd just go somewhere else. I could also forward it as an attachment, meaning that when they get the email, it has a little email icon that they have to click on to open up the message. They're a little irritating. I can mark it as junk. I can do all kinds of things to it. Pin it to the top. So whenever a message gets this, and it's really important, I want it always pinned to the top of my inbox. So there's lots of cool things you can do, but I'm going to move it to a folder. Now I've gone ahead and created this folder to begin with called YC24. So make sure that you create your folder before you get started. And I'm going to show you how to create a folder right before we leave in case you don't know how to do that. And then we're just going to hit save. And that's it. Now notice we can add multiple conditions as well. So we can have an and. Okay. I can say I want it to be from this person, and then I can get rid of these things as well. And I can also add exceptions and additional actions. When I get done with adding my rule, just as simple as this, I can say run it now as well. So then I can get a true test of the environment, and then I just hit save. And then I'm going to discard this one, but then it just creates those rules. Let's go in this way. We're going to say manage rules. And then you can see there the YC24 rule. See it right there? And then I can, it loves for us to go back in there, doesn't it? Then I can take on that rule and I can say play it now, do it now, and I can move it up in the priority of the other rules that I have running in the environment. So lots of good stuff with the rules. Last thing I'll show you here, and I don't have any screenshots because I literally just thought of it as I was explaining this to you, is how to create a folder. So to create a folder, you're going to need to, it's really preferred that you go into the account, but you don't need to. You can do a right click on the account over here on the left pane and say create a new folder. And then you can just create the folder and it'll create one for you. Or you can go into your inbox here and do the same thing, create a new subfolder. And we can just type in SSS, hit save, and then if you look for SSS, there it is right there. It's a folder. And if I want to get rid of that folder, I can just delete the folder. Now just be careful you don't delete your inbox on accident. And that is how easy it is to set up rules and the importance of using unique IDs. Oh, that's where I forgot to emphasize here again. YC24, very unique. Very unique. So we'll want to make sure that we use that as a unique identification.